We're talking with Rick Springfield, who's going to be in Eau Claire for a show on Tuesday night, a bit of a different show. It's called the Stripped Down Tour. And Rick, welcome to Bob FM 99.9. Now, I got a chance to see you when you came to the Northern Wisconsin State Fair in Chippewa Falls back in 2010. That was a heck of a show. The crowd was going wild, but this is a different show. Kind of describe how this is different from your usual concerts.
We're completely naked.
Wow.
No, not really. Well, no, not really. There's a different set list, very different set list. And it's, much more laid back than the electric show, and lots of stories and Q&A, and it's kind of a it's a very, very different thing, and a lot of fun. I've actually been having a lot of fun doing it.
You mentioned that you're doing some songs that you have literally never played live before. Is that true?
Yeah. There's a lot of fan favorite songs. It's a very lyrically driven show, and writing my autobiography, I realized I've had a pretty odd life. So there's a lot of stories, and the songs all have stories. They all come from a moment of truth somewhere in my life. So there's a lot of stories about all the songs too. And there's one I've written especially for the show that's kind of very different. And I also pull out a song I wrote when I was 15, which is pretty funny.
Spanning a whole lot of time here. Now, is there any particular era or any particular album that you found yourself mining in more for this tour of those songs that, again, haven't been played before?
No, not any particular one. I really take a song from kind of each album, a fan favorite. There's one from Rock of Life called Honeymoon in Beirut, and there's one from Willie and Oz called Me and Johnny. It's about me growing up in Australia. It's a lot of different. No one particular album, I don't think. I do, there's some of the hits I do that I can't get off stage without doing, but it's mainly storyteller stuff.
Is there any song that you'd say you've really worked out differently that in this setting, you find yourself rearranging it enough to kind of tell it in a more intimate setting? Is there one that when the crowd listens, they're going to be like, hey, that sounds completely, it's that song?
They all have a different approach because of the limitations of just the stripped down thing. But it's a little more than just me and a guitar. So I wanted to make it just more than me just sitting down with a guitar. So it's kind of I don't think anyone's seen something quite like this before, because it's kind of a new approach to a stripped down show.
Are you performing solo on stage, or will you have anyone on stage with you?
There won't be anyone on stage, no.
Just you. And I do see there is a special guest, Jim Hain. I believe he's with the opening act tomorrow night.
Yeah.
As I understand. So, yeah, he'll be there. But then you put on your show, and then George House, I believe, will be conducting a Q&A afterwards. So it'll be you and George and answering questions from the crowd.
Yes. Yeah, it's it's real relaxed and very. I look forward to this show. So I love to play guitar, and there's a lot of guitar in it, and let it bring a bunch of different guitars, and the songs have different approach. They all have different approaches. Some have been arranged differently, like you were saying, and they all have something different about them because of the stripped down element.
Is there maybe one or two songs in particular that you've always been wanting to perform and you never had an opportunity until now? I mean, one that really was every tour you just wanted to perform it, you couldn't. Now you have the opportunity.
They're basically the songs that I picked. There's one I always wanted to do, Written in Rock, that was off the Cow album, 1985, and I think it's one of the better songs I've written, and there's a pretty cool story that goes with it too. A lot of the songs that I picked are songs that I've never done live before.
For the Stripped Down Tour tomorrow night at the State Theater, coming up in, I believe, May, is Magnificent Vibration. You're getting into some writing here, but you've done some writing before, going way, 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 way back, and also your memoir as well. The creative writing thing kind of spurred you to do Magnificent Vibration.
after the autobiography was received as well as it was, I was encouraged by my publisher to begin writing fiction, and I'd done that before songwriting took over. I used to do that a lot as a kid, and so it was kind of a natural thing. But I was unsure what direction it would go, and it's turned out to be pretty surprising. So I'm very, very excited about that.
And the topic, I'll kind of set it up, and you describe it for the audience. It's a phone connection to God, basically, is kind of how it gets going.
It starts with that, yeah, but it goes really way south after that, and a lot of different elements. Three people come together and go on this journey, and it ends up, I think, in a surprising place.
So that's coming up in May. Also about May or so, you get a star on the Walk of Fame. Quickly here before we let you go, what was your reaction when you found out you were going to get your star?
I think I thought about friggin' time.
At long last, that between Stars of the Walk of Fame and the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, those are the two that sometimes it seems to be an eternity to get into those things. But you got your star coming up. You gonna be there?
Yes, it will. Yeah. We're gonna, it's gonna be the launch of Magnificent Vibration. So we're tying that in with it, and I'm very pleased to be on the Hollywood Boulevard. I used to walk that boulevard when I first came to LA in 1972, looking for other Australian actors like Errol Flynn and Rod Taylor. So hopefully I'll be somewhere near them.
You did. You got the immortality right there. It's going to be awesome. Thank you very much, Rick. It's going to be a great show tomorrow night. Hope you enjoy the Chippewa Valley. It's snowing right now, but it's winter. It's not too bad around here.
That's great.
Usual wintertime weather. So enjoy the show, and thanks for talking with us in Bob FM.
All right, thanks a lot.
All right, take care.